Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this 112 scale suit up gantry from a company called 2good. I think it's 2good company. There's the logo down here. And I'm very excited about this because it is a 112 scale gantry from Iron Man. And it's made by that company and looks absolutely gorgeous in box. And here's the back of the box, so let's get the gantry out of packaging. Alright, so before I put it all together, I just want to show you guys what this thing looks like when it's all deconstructed. So we have all the arms and the base. There's some panels here. I'm not sure what they are, but I will find out. A couple of clamps there. Then the arms. Come on, focus. There we go. And the base actually has a light up feature, so that's awesome. So here it is. Let's put it all together. Alright, and here we have the gantry outside the packaging all put together. And here I got Iron Man Mark IV display with the gantry. And I'll show you guys a detailed look at it in a second, and the pros and cons about this set. And here's a 45-degree angle of the set. A 90-degree angle. Here's about 135 degrees. And 180. So let's get a closer look at it. So here I have the Mark IV. Let's start from the front. This articulated arm. There are a couple of hinges. And a metal rod. It's down here on the front. And then here's the base. Zoom out a little bit. This arm is broken. Oh, right there. See, there's a break right there on the piston, which is a shame. And back there is where the helmet is being held. And some more pistons. And back support right there. And some more metal rods as pistons. I wish they have used more metal rods for these pistons, like on the elbow joint right here for this arm. It would have been nice if it was metal. This wouldn't have happened. And then there's the base, and there's a light up feature. And once you flip the switch, you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there are 6 LEDs on the bottom to light this piece up. Just look at the arm. And this set cost me about $132 on eBay. Yeah, it just they just started shipping this set, and yeah, it came pretty fast. I was happy about it. Got it straight from Hong Kong, and yeah, initially I was gonna get it from 1/6 kit, but who knows whether the set is gonna come out or not. And they charge a deposit. I decided to wait because sometimes they do have stuff in stock once it comes out, but this time they didn't. It just after the initial pre-order. Well, the pre-order lasted quite a long time, and then when this set was about to come out, they took the listing off of pre-order, so I wasn't able to order it. And then a week later, I saw it on eBay, and then noticed people are selling them in stock and ready to ship. So I went ahead and purchased it from a Hong Kong seller, which I was happy about, because usually with anything coming from well, this one's from Hong Kong, so a little bit, I felt a little bit better, because if it was coming from China, I don't know, I would have been a little bit more worried. And I will try to show you some of the articulation on the set here. It's very fragile. The set is very fragile, and especially these elbow joints right here. Oh, come on, focus right here. This one is really fragile. The back one, it's pretty okay. I'm fine with it. It's mainly these two big arms are what's causing issues. Alright, so I'm gonna start taking the figure out so you guys can kind of see how fragile this thing is. Yikes. Let me move this arm a little bit. I feel like it's gonna break on me already. And oh, this thing, it could collapse down. It's kind of nice. This extends out and collapse. Oh, here, let me do it this way so my hand's not covering the whole thing here. So there we go, and then let's get the figure out. Come on. It's very flimsy. Look at that. That piece already pretty much dying here. Let me take it off. Alright, so this piece fell out right here. There's a little top. And so right now it's held on by only two little pieces of plastic, and that's it. That's the whole thing that's keeping this from coming apart. So yeah, the piston can move around, but yeah, it's really fragile right now. See how it's wobbly like that? It's so scary. I don't know what I'm gonna do if that piece breaks. I might just super glue it down somehow or something. I'm not sure yet. But in the meantime, down here there's a hinge joint. Pretty sturdy, and then here there's a little rotation down on the bottom, and then up here there's a hinge joint right there, and then I believe there's a little rotation over here too, so it could actually rotate sideways, but I'm afraid to turn it because I don't want this to break, because it is very fragile. And this, see, you can move up and down a little bit. Again, very fragile. This piece can extend out, like I showed you before. And yeah, that's about it for this piece. Let's leave that down here for now. And this here, the back that's holding onto the helmet, it's super loose. The base section, it's not that tight. So if I were to lift it up and show you guys, focus in here. This thing sits on this little peg here. It would have been nice if they made it a little deeper, so it won't flop around. And if you don't think you'll ever put it back in the box, then you can always super glue this piece down. And then if you take this off here, okay, let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, these pistons right here are made out of metal, and then it doesn't really move. There's a hinge right here, and then does it rotate? No. So there's the hinge, and then there's another hinge over here, another one over here, and the piston moves with it. And then here there are two arms. These both move individually, and then the little fingers all articulated too. So you could actually move this and this. You can see there's one joint right there, and then another one down here. So you keep the helmet intact. Alright, so as for the base structure itself, you can see these panels. They sit on here. Sits on these slots right here. There's one right there. That's the slot. You can see it doesn't really attach to anything. It just sits in here, and then you could rotate it to whichever angle you want. But there's no locking mechanism or anything like that. It's not a hinge or anything. It's just a peg, basically a peg system, a circular peg system. And then here, this is the same thing. You could, you guys can see. Let me zoom in. And yikes. Okay. Here, there's the peg right there. If I remove this piece, and you can see it right there. Sits on that slot right there. That's it. Well, this slot sits in the slot down here. And there's the base, and then the footrests. Two of them, one on each side. And they also give you another panel. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. You could either use these 2 foot panels or this one piece. And there are some couple of notches down here. And all you need to do is just place it on here. I am blocking it. Let me see if I could even remove it on camera for you guys to kind of see what it looks like. So yeah. So once you remove that piece, you can see there are a couple of pieces. These are removable, and then you just attach them onto the base. So if I were to remove this, you can see right there. These are the 2 pegs for the base panel right here. 2 pieces. Yeah, the other side, the same thing. Let me remove this panel, as you can see, and also remove this one. And here, you can see that foot panel right there. Pretty nice. And then these arms are fully articulated as well. Well, this is not articulated. There's a joint right there. Come on, where are you? Okay, there. And then there's one hinge joint, another hinge joint right there. And the base, I don't think it moves. No. It pegs onto this peg hole. Remove it. There's the peg hole. And then just peg that in. And there you go. And then these 2. Zoom out. These 2 rods, and this one is attached to this base, this portion of it, of the base. Let me just slide this on. Then, where's the hinges? They're kind of loose, but whatever. It's fine. And there's this piece. And basically one on the front and one on the back, basically to support the chest and the spine section. And here's the base once you remove everything. And then there's the on-off switch over here for the lights. There are 6 lights right there. Then you could also put all the panels back to do a what do you call that? A collapsed floor panel. Okay, so I was trying to figure out how to put this thing back together to do the collapsed base. I guess initially when you're creating the extend version of the base, you slot them through these 2 slots. But if you're doing the collapse version, you slot them in another slot. So here's the one where you want it to fly outward. So you go like that for that base, and then to close it back up, you're basically using these two slots. So I was wondering how you put it back together, and then I realized, oh, okay, there are new slots there. There are other slots. So for this piece, it's going into where? Oh, going into these two spots. Going to these two, and down here there are two more. So we just put them in like so. And same thing on this side. And then now it's just a matter of putting the center base back on. I guess this way. And there you have it. Collapsed version. Pretty smart actually. I like it. Alright, and here's the collapsed base. And the only arms you could attach is the back arm. And that's it. Oh, come on. It's the back arm, and that's the only arm you could attach. With the front, the side arms, you cannot, because it does get in the way. If you try to slot this down, you can see this piece sticking out. The front portion of it is sticking out. It's not gonna let you slot it all the way through. So yeah, the only one you could attach is the back one. Just right there. And that's the only one. So overall, is this set worth the price tag? $132 shipped. I would say I'm not sure. With it being so flimsy, especially the two arms, that joint really hurts, because I really like this set. I really want to like this set, but those two arms are just so flimsy. I'm afraid eventually it's gonna break, and guess I'll try to figure out a way to permanently attach it, or find a permanent solution, or maybe add some metal to it or something. I don't know yet, but I have to figure that out. But overall, it is a nice set. It's much cheaper than the Hot Toys Gantry. That one, I think the Gantry itself is like $300. No, I think it costs more. I'm not sure. Well, the King Arts one, sorry, yeah, the King Arts Gantry, the 1/9 scale, that one's like $200, I believe. Is it 200 or 300? I'm not sure. Let me check. So it looks like BBTS has the King Arts for $309, and then the Hot Toys is $635. That's with the figure. So if you don't want to pay that exorbitant amount for a Gantry, I would say go with this one. It's gonna set you back about $135 on eBay, and it is very flimsy. There aren't that many metal pieces with this set. Only a couple of pistons, and that's it. It does have light up feature, which is nice, but again, the flimsiness of the set, you gotta be really, really careful with it. You gotta know where to move those joints, otherwise you might end up breaking them like I did. Oh, and one good thing about this set is the size of the set. It's so tiny that you could have a display without taking up too much room. But if you have the room, then you hand the money, then you might as well go with the Hot Toys version then. But for me, this is good enough, and I'm very happy with the set. The only thing is those two hinges, those elbow joints. I need to find a solution for those. Otherwise, I'm happy with it. So there you go. There's the 2Good Company brand Gantry. Thanks for watching.